The lights are out, your head is on the pillow, and the house is quiet. But your mind is anything but still. It starts to flicker like an old movie projector warming up. Suddenly, you're a world-class architect designing a city in the clouds, or you're replaying that awkward conversation from Tuesday, but this time you have the perfect comeback. You might be having a deep conversation with a version of your hero who has become your mentor. Or perhaps you're simply falling in love with a person who doesn't even exist. These stories are intricate, they are emotional, and they feel incredibly real in the moment. Have you ever laid there and wondered, why does my brain do this every single night? If you do this, the first thing you need to know is you are completely normal. In fact, you are part of a massive group of creative and introspective people. Your mind isn't broken or weird. It's engaging in a deeply human, powerful cognitive process. Many people experience this but never talk about it, feeling like it's a strange personal quirk. But this habit is the mind's private laboratory for the soul. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on this amazing mental faculty. We'll explore the psychological principles that drive it, what your favorite scenarios reveal about you, and how to harness this power for personal growth. But you also need to know when this creative habit can cross a line into something more problematic, and we'll cover exactly how to tell the difference. So, what do we actually call this phenomenon? Psychologists refer to this healthy, engaging form of mental world-building as immersive daydreaming. It's a state where you can get lost in a story, feeling the emotions and sensations as if they're real, but you remain in control. You can step out of the daydream whenever you want to. It feels like watching a really good movie that your own mind produced. This form of daydreaming is often linked to higher creativity, better problem-solving skills, and a richer inner life. However, this is where we must address that potential dark side I mentioned. There is a different, more serious condition called maladaptive daydreaming. This is where daydreams stop being a choice and become a compulsion. They can take up hours of the day, interfering with work, school, and real-life relationships. Instead of feeling enjoyable, they often become a source of distress. So here's a quick way to tell the difference for yourself. Does your daydreaming feel like a fun movie or a powerful addiction you can't stop? Does it energize your creativity or does it prevent you from living your actual life? Is it a pleasant escape or a distressing prison? For the vast majority of people who create worlds before sleep, the answer is clear. They are immersive daydreamers, not maladaptive ones. Your mind is simply flexing its creative and emotional muscles. It's a sign of a healthy, active imagination at work. Now that you know what it is, that brings up a really important question. Why does our brain feel the need to do this in the first place? There are 4 main psychological drivers behind our nightly script writing sessions. First, we have the rehearsal stage. Your brain is a simulation machine, and it uses this time to run practice drills for the future. If you have a big presentation, a difficult conversation, or a first date coming up, your mind will play it out. This allows you to anticipate challenges and practice your responses, which can significantly reduce anxiety when the real event happens. It's your brain's way of preparing you for what's ahead. Second, you are using an emotional sandbox. Think of it as an emotional playground where you can explore powerful feelings without any real-world consequences. You can feel the thrill of victory, the pain of a breakup, or the anger of a confrontation, all from the safety of your own mind. This process helps you understand and regulate your own emotions more effectively. It's a safe space to play with the fire of feeling without getting burned. Third, you're tapping into your creativity engine. When you're not focused on external tasks, a part of your brain we'll discuss later fires up. This is your brain's default state for innovation and abstract thought. It connects old memories with new ideas, creating novels, inventions, and art. This is why so many creative breakthroughs seem to come from nowhere when our minds are wandering. Your brain is literally built to create when it's at rest. Finally, you are in your identity workshop. These scenarios allow you to try on different versions of yourself. What would it be like to be more confident, more adventurous, or more assertive? By living out these identities in your head, you can explore your own potential and discover what truly resonates with you. It's a crucial part of figuring out who you are and who you want to become. Understanding these drivers is a key step to understanding yourself. If you are the kind of person who is fascinated by the inner workings of your own mind, then consider subscribing. We regularly post videos that decode human psychology to help you on your journey of self-discovery. But it goes even deeper than that, because the specific themes of our daydreams can tell us a lot. Let's see if any of these sound familiar to you. First up, do you have hero or rescue scenarios? This is where you save the day, get recognized for your hidden talents, or stand up for someone. These daydreams often point to a psychological need for agency, control, or competence in your own life. When you feel powerless during the day, your mind might write you as a hero at night. Next, what about romantic or relationship scenarios? Here, you might imagine meeting the perfect partner, having a deep conversation with your crush, or fixing a relationship. These stories are your mind's way of exploring attachment styles and the deep-seated human need for connection. They can reveal what you truly value in a partner and what you desire from intimacy. Then there are the argument and confrontation replays. We've all been there, replaying a past conflict, and this time you know exactly what to say. These scenarios are often driven by a need for closure, justice, or a desire to process unresolved feelings. Your brain is trying to make sense of the conflict and arm you with a feeling of resolution, even if it's fictional. It's about taking back your power in a situation where you felt you had none. Finally, we have the big one, success and fame scenarios. In these dreams, you're a celebrated author, a rock star, a successful entrepreneur, or famous for your unique talent. This doesn't necessarily mean you're secretly narcissistic. More often, it's your mind exploring your ambitions and your desire for recognition and validation. It's a space to acknowledge your deepest aspirations without fear of judgment. Recognizing your recurring themes is like getting a postcard from your own subconscious. So, what's happening inside your skull to make all of this possible? The answer lies with a fascinating brain network called the Default Mode Network, or DMN. Think of the DMN as your brain's idle mode. It's what your brain does when you're not actively focused on a task in the outside world. When you're driving a familiar route, showering, or lying in bed, your attention turns inward and the DMN takes over. This network is the engine of your inner world. It's responsible for things like recalling personal memories, thinking about the future, and considering the perspectives of other people. Essentially, it's the part of your brain that tells the story of you. It weaves together your past, present, and future into a coherent narrative. For a long time, scientists thought this was just the brain resting. But now we know the DMN is incredibly active, consuming nearly as much energy as when you're focused on a complex problem. This is a stark contrast to another system, the executive control network. This is the part of your brain you use to focus on demanding tasks like solving a math problem or learning a new skill. Typically, when one network is active, the other is quiet. They work like a seesaw, balancing your attention between the outside world and your inner world. When you're lying in bed, the executive control network powers down for the day. This gives the default mode network the entire stage. It's the brain's screenwriter, director, and lead actor all rolled into one, finally getting its time to shine. Your nightly scenarios are the DMN's blockbuster productions. They aren't random noise. They are a fundamental feature of your brain's operating system. So, how can we use this information in our actual lives? Instead of just letting these scenarios happen, you can become the director. First, try the director's cut. If you find your mind drifting to an anxious scenario, don't just stop it, guide it to a positive outcome. Intentionally write a better ending, one where you succeed or find a creative solution. Second, start a dream journal. Before you go to sleep, write down a problem you're facing or a goal you have. This simple act can prime your default mode network to work on it subconsciously while you drift off. Third, schedule a 5-minute world during the day. If you're feeling creatively blocked or overwhelmed, set a timer for 5 minutes and just let your mind wander guilt-free. This can be a powerful tool for boosting creativity and generating new insights. So the next time you find yourself lying in the dark, building worlds inside your head, don't dismiss it. A sign of a vibrant, creative, and complex mind at work. It's not just some quirky habit, it's immersive daydreaming, powered by your brain's incredible default mode network. It's your mind rehearsing for the future, exploring emotions, and workshopping your very identity. You're not broken, you're not weird, and you're certainly not alone. This isn't a bug in your mental software. It's a feature of your creative operating system. Remember that what you are doing is not an escape from reality. In many ways, it's a rehearsal for it. Thank you so much for exploring the inner workings of your mind with us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe and join our community for more videos that decode human psychology. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's the most common theme of your pre-sleep scenarios? There's no judgment here, only curiosity. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams.